Hello, and welcome to a brand new episode of Corey and Kevin Talk About Nothing. If you're tuning in for the first time,
I'm Corey.
I'm Kevin, and welcome to our podcast talk show.
Welcome.
There you go. Hello.
There it is. See, it's contagious, actually.
Contagious. The double is contagious.
It is. That's fine.
Our listeners are like, I let us know.
Yeah.
Has that worked into your regular talk? Have you started saying hello?
Yeah. I mean, it actually makes it more formal.
Welcome.
Yeah. That's why I've been thinking about this.
What's up? Is that too long? I think that might be too long.
Yeah. There's a limit, though. You can't do like multiple.
Yeah.
You know, but that's why they call it like a yo-yo.
I'd like to talk like Kevin Malone and save time.
Yeah.
Sea World. Now, I'm a little confused. Are you trying to see the world or go to Sea World? No, Sea World. Yeah.
Confused.
That's the confusion.
Yeah.
But you can save time.
You can. And breath.
Maybe save up enough time for a TV episode. I don't remember. What did he want to save enough time for? To see the world. That's right.
Exactly.
Sea World.
Yeah. Yep. That's why he's doing it.
Yeah, he can save so much time, even though your work hours remain the same.
Yes. I miss the show, man.
I had read like an article about how they were like open to like either a reboot or something of The Office. I'm like, that's insane.
Yeah, no.
And I know Steve Carell has said numerous times he would not, because like you just can't, like Michael Scott would never exist.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it just it had its moment. You know?
Yeah.
Let it have its
exactly.
moment.
That's why like sometimes I mean, you know, don't get me wrong, some remakes are okay. I'm not saying that, but
gosh, let it be what it is. You know?
Yeah. What are you're gonna have to? I mean, because if you bring the nowadays characters on there, I'm not saying that you couldn't, but at the same time, I mean, they're all different people. They're different actors.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just no.
I like. There's a reason why. Like, we're attached to it. It had its moment.
Yes,
and
exactly.
Yeah, I think you just start spoiling things.
Yeah.
It's kind of like remakes are not good sometimes.
Sometimes.
I mean, a lot of times
well,
remakes are just like, why? You didn't even need to.
It's funny. I said that, and I'm like,
yeah, right. You're like, I mean, most of them were pretty good. Oh, wait. Let me start thinking about all the remakes. You're like, no, actually,
terrible.
I'd rather watch the original or whatever. No. But, I mean, not all remakes, but there are the slim pickings. There are some that I will not watch.
Yeah, that is true.
Oldboy.
Yeah.
Will not watch that. Sorry, Josh Brolin. I love you as an actor, but I'm not going to watch that movie because there's a perfectly fine one from South Korea. Just saying.
Okay.
I know I've mentioned that movie several times.
Absolutely. I still have not watched, so I'm sorry. I can't talk about it much.
Oh, it's heartbreaking. Actually,
that's kind of why I don't want to. I mean, I'm not really in the mood to be like, hey, I want to cry tonight. Sorry, but go ahead.
So the movie that we watched, there's two things that I'm hoping that I will remember to talk about.
Okay.
So I'll have two reminders: Hugh Jackman and a hammer, and that's all I have to say.
Okay.
And I'm hoping I just remember that, because then it'll be like, oh yeah.
Absolutely.
So here's my thoughts. Anyways,
all right.
But we're not there yet.
No.
So. Besides, talking about The Office, have you watched anything else? Have you done anything else? Have you, I don't know, thought of anything else? I don't know.
I mean, well,
I've thought of a lot.
Yeah, a lot. I almost did a lot of stuff.
I almost did. Yeah, I thought about it.
I thought about it, man. That was crazy. But no, I really had to, actually, this week was kind of light for me, man. I didn't go too wild. Obviously, I watched the movie that we watched. There were some preseason games on and stuff too. Football's back.
Football's back. Wow. It's like fall is settling in.
Yep,
you know?
Absolutely. Yeah. So we're actually recording this on the 30th, and the first season actually opener is the game is tonight. Actually,
we're recording this on the 30th.
No, I said on Thursday.
Oh, I thought you said the 30th.
No.
We're recording this on the 9th. Corey
sure.
is lost. I think in August right now. I don't know if he knows it's September yet.
I haven't paid rent yet.
Yeah, right. Wait a minute. We're in September?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I missed a lot.
Yeah, maybe you went out into space and saved some time.
I mean, anyways, if I did, bro, we could pay me big bucks for it.
Big bucks?
Big bucks. All right. But yeah, well, really, so I just really didn't do much. But anyways, the season opens tonight, so I just think, so like, it's just back, so I'm just gonna, eventually that's what I'll watch.
Some sports.
Yeah, some sports.
Good old sports.
I did watch a couple.
Sports.
Yeah. Go Browns. Browns #1.
Go favorite sports team name.
Yeah, Cleveland Browns.
Insert here.
Yeah, Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns. Anyways.
Go Cleveland Browns.
Woo! All right, he said it. All right, anyways. All right, so
They're doing well this season. They're 12-0.
what? Don't talk about it. Remember I told you it just started tonight?
Oh, sorry. I went to the future. They're 12-0.
Oh,
in the
okay,
future,
well, that's
so.
what I'm talking about.
Don't.
You got a reminiscence?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead with whatever you're gonna speak of.
No, I kind of forgot. Oh, no.
Oh.
Okay. So
What
Devil.
else stuff you watched?
Yeah, Devil Cry.
Man
whatever-
Baby.
What's that? Man Baby.
I don't know.
Devil Cry,
You're the
Man
one who
Baby.
watched
I don't know. No, I got confused.
Yeah, you're the one
Okay.
who watched it. I
All right,
didn't
hold on.
watch that.
No, so I watched a couple more episodes, and it's definitely really good. The problem is, like, I was actually gonna watch it. I was gonna finish it last night, but I didn't want to get.
But.
I didn't want to get super.
double butt.
Yeah, see it? Totally contagious.
Shake four heads of butt. Anyways, phrased weird.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, like the show is definitely it's like really but that's the problem. I'm gonna end up like getting really. I can't go to sleep to it. That's the thing. So I because some shows I've started watching like Marvel and stuff. Like when I watch like Winter Soldier and all those like WandaVision. All those ones. Wound, anyways. Yeah.
Wound of it.
So with that being said, I can go to sleep because then I can always go back. I don't mind to rewatch it. It really doesn't matter to me.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So
yeah.
I go back and I'm like, okay, well, even if I did see this one, I'll watch it again. You know what I mean? Whatever. So I could do that. Now with this show that I can't, but I'm just saying it's not one of those shows. And they're quick 20 minutes. So I'm like, oh, it's only 20 more. It's only 10 more minutes. Oh, I got one more of me. Now it's 1:15 in the morning. I'm like, I can't do that. I can't.
Yeah.
But it is really, it's good for, you know what I mean? It's kind of a crazy icebreaker to anime for me. I think that's one thing that like really kind of.
Dude, I'm telling you. What
Yeah.
did I tell you? There's 3 movies
exactly.
that'll
I
be
know.
your icebreakers. Did you watch them?
No, I didn't watch any of them. I'm sorry.
Get out then.
Well,
There's a door.
yeah, there's a door
Over
actually
there,
right there. I guess I'll call you when I get home.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
Let's
put
just
my
call it.
phone and where you're sitting,
Yeah.
and yeah. You can talk through that.
Yeah, FaceTime.
No, yeah,
Okay.
that's fine. You'll make it to there.
Well, yes, exactly. Yes. So, and I will watch.
So here you go. You're gonna go crazy. You're gonna watch all 3 of those anime movies. At least 2. At least Princess Mononoke and Spirited Away.
Yes. Are they full like 2-hour movies?
Oh yeah, I mean,
Okay, cool. All right, I'm not complaining.
yeah.
I'm
I don't
just
know if they're
throwing it
that
out
long, but then right after you at least watch those 2, you can do the Oldboy.
The movie?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
Oh wow, yeah. Princess Mononoke is 2 hours and 13 minutes long. Well, why not? Like, just keep going. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. Now I got
I mean,
So
you're
you'd rather
already
me
going to be in a
watch-
subtitled genre. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, oh wait, maybe I don't remember if Spirited Away or Princess Mononoke is subtitled.
Well, if it's on, is it on Netflix? I forget. No, is it Netflix or Hulu?
No, it's on HBO. Spirited Away and Princess
Oh yeah, well
Mononoke.
they have that
the
that
Ghibli edition.
that translation one.
And
so
Spirited Away is 2 hours and 5 minutes. So yeah, they are full
full
length
movies.
movies.
All
so
right, cool.
beautifully done movies. But anyways, and then, oh man, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, don't get me wrong. They're on my watch list. Well,
no,
not me,
just
my mental
check
watch
these
list.
off your list
Soon?
already, because yeah,
I'll do the best I can.
Oldboy's gonna come up later in this conversation. But anyways,
Got it. Okay.
So same with another like Denis Villeneuve. I don't really know how to say this director's name.
Okay.
And I apologize because he is top notch. I mean, Sicario.
Yeah. Oh, he's like, okay. Yes, absolutely, 100%.
Arrival.
I had to make sure in my head.
Yeah, yeah. This dude's insane.
Yeah.
He's got a new movie coming out soon called Dune, and it's a remake. So speaking of remakes, this one's probably actually going to be
A good one?
Yeah, a good one. But they were like, some of the actors were like, I definitely recommend reading the book before going to see this movie, this epic movie or whatever, because it's going to be a 2-parter.
Okay. All right.
And so we're at the bookstore the other day, and I go to look for Dune, and I'm like, whew, small print, huge book. And I'm like, I'm not going to be able to read that before October. I was like, I'm not even going to. Yeah, I'm like, you know what? I'll be the one who watches the movie, I think. I'm like, that seems like a very large commitment right now. So I'm like, I don't have it in me.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch the original Dune yet. So I'm like, I'm good. I'll just watch the movie.
Yeah, for sure.
It should be a fine movie without having to read the book, right? Otherwise, why would there be a movie?
That's true. See?
Right.
Yep, absolutely.
So yeah, speaking of remakes, and Denis Villeneuve, he's got Dune coming out.
Dune.
Pretty much because there's a movie. How I got on that is
Yeah.
Prisoners.
Okay.
Hugh Jackman,
Yes.
Hammer.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
So there's some connections, but
It's always full circle.
I'm branching off here.
But it'll come back though. So that's the thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Weird.
it'll full circle.
full
You just
circle
gotta
back.
wait for the payoff here.
It's
Anyways,
coming.
all they know is Hammer, Hugh Jackman, Prisoners, Oldboy. It's like a puzzle.
Yeah.
And anybody who's watched these movies, they know
Yes.
what I'm talking about. But
Truth.
you've not watched Prisoners or Oldboy, so you have no idea. No, I'm just kidding, but you're fine.
Okay. All right. Have I watched Prisoners though?
Hugh Jackman
Do you
and
know that for sure? Do you know that for sure?
it was one recommended by your cousin,
Yeah.
Spider, but
What's it called again?
Prisoners. I'm pretty sure if you have to Google it, you did not watch it.
If you were keep talking, I might remember it. I'm just
Hugh
trying to remember.
Hugh Jackman,
Okay.
Jake Gyllenhaal, and Paul Dano, and a whole bunch of other. Terrence Howard. Huge cast, great cast, wonderful cast, well acted cast, great movie. I loved the ending. I loved the whole movie. It was dark, man. Ooh. Dude, you ever watched Arrival? Come on. This could be a whole Denis Villeneuve. What I don't know how to say his last name. Maybe I should get on that train. Somebody tell me how to say his last name. Because he's like, there's Christopher Nolan. And then right below is like this Dennis guy.
Oh.
Or Denis. I don't know how to say his entire name.
Yeah, I'm not 100%
but he's
sure.
fantastic. He's phenomenal. Dude, you ever seen Arrival?
Nope.
Come on.
And I've never seen Prisoners.
Okay.
So
I knew it. Dude, I'm telling you,
All right.
if somebody was like, you ever watched Prisoners? Oh, yes, I watched Prisoners.
See, I don't want. Is it like prison? See, no.
No, it's not about prisoners.
I'm not. I know. It's not.
We're all prisoners in
that's
our
what-
own body. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways. Dude, it's a phenomenal movie. Hugh Jackman is just a phenomenal actor.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, John, I thought you were talking about like actor in that movie. I thought you were talking about overall.
Oh, yeah.
So I totally agree with you. Sorry, I thought you were going to say that in that movie.
Dude, you ever watched The Fountain with Hugh Jackman,
Nope.
Rachel Weisz? It's a very confusing movie. I still don't get it. I'm going to admit that fully.
Okay.
I've watched it like 5, 10, 100 times. Not sure on the exact count.
Yeah.
Somewhere within that range.
It's a big range.
I've watched it a lot, and I'm like, every time I'm like, nope.
Okay, what's it called again?
The Fountain.
Okay.
2006 movie, I do believe. Darren Aronofsky. Woo-wee.
Are you sure we didn't watch this before?
The Fountain? I mean, if you have to Google it, you did not watch this movie. If I mentioned The Fountain, you'd be like, oh yeah, didn't get it either.
All right.
You know? It's like in what's that movie? Beer Fest, and they're on the highway, and they're like, "What's the ZJ's like?" If you have to ask, you can't afford it. You know? If you have to Google, you didn't watch it.
You're right. All right. See, I remember that part.
Yeah.
I watched that one.
Yeah, I watched that movie. Yeah. Yeah, Darren Aronofsky, The Fountain. I just love Hugh Jackman.
Yeah. Well, to say, I mean, obviously, who's your favorite superhero?
Wolverine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come
Wolverine is
on.
definitely. I mean,
Yeah.
Batman is my
Well, yeah.
tops, but I get what you're getting from because Wolverine's like,
Yes.
oh yeah, he's like your inner rage just let loose.
For
you know?
sure,
Like,
absolutely.
I
He's
want
a
to
badass.
do that.
Yeah.
Batman's cool, but he's got like these rules and stuff. Wolverine doesn't have too many rules.
He don't give a shit.
Yeah, so it depends on how you feel. I feel like protecting the city. I'm Batman today.
Okay. Oh.
If I feel like don't like the way that person looked at me,
So you're Wolverine in Batman
yeah,
suit.
that's right. That's right.
Dude.
Okay.
Did we just make a superhero?
We need to cross some universes here. Yeah.
It's happening.
Yeah, it's happening. Mutants invaded Gotham.
It's happening.
It's happening.
All right, I'm excited. Just
Yeah.
saying.
Warner Bros. Hit us up.
Yeah.
We're ready to pen that
Yep.
one up. So yeah, I just threw out a ton of movies that are all A plus movies that
Okay.
are absolutely needed to watch. One that Arrival. Okay, I'm gonna come back to this one. It is such an amazing movie. When you finish that movie,
Okay.
it was so funny. Jessica had fallen asleep. I probably already told the story, so I'll keep it real quick. Jessica had fallen asleep, didn't finish it. I finished this movie, and I'm like, my mind is freaking blown. I'm like literally laughing out loud because I'm like, you are so freaking cool. You are such a great movie. Jessica wakes up. I'm like, we're watching it. And so I rewatched like what she had not.
Oh yeah, okay.
You know,
yeah.
and then she finished it. She was like, whoa. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Like, this is like an event.
Okay.
Arrival. Jeremy Renner.
What'd you watch it on?
Amy Adams. Arrival. I think I had it on.
Is it on that Vudu?
I don't.
Did I see it?
I don't think it's on Vudu.
Oh.
I think I watched it on. I don't know. I might even own the DVD or Blu-ray of it. I don't remember. But dude, holy crap. That movie, so anything that's dealing with time, I'm basically like, I love already.
Yeah, well, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Was one of the most clever
Really? Okay.
movies.
All right, I'm in. Because I had to think about it. You said her name was Amy Adams, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really like
From
her
The
too.
Office, Purse Lady.
Well, yes, the first lady. I'm saying, but I also there's another movie that I just had it. She was in another movie too. I just liked her as like an actor, right?
Yeah, she's a great actor.
Yeah,
we had watched that movie, that Netflix one, Lady in the Window or something like that. Yeah.
Yes, but I think there's another one though because
she's also in Justice League, Superman.
okay, yeah, right. Now
she's Lois Lane.
yes,
Yep,
duh.
yeah.
I'm like, how am I forgetting?
I'm like,
wait a minute.
I know she's from something.
I'm like, wait a minute here.
And I still think that It Part 2 should have been Amy Adams. Sorry, Jessica Chastain. But the girl in the first movie looked exactly like Amy Adams.
Why
and it just
wouldn't
would
you?
have made sense. And Amy Adams is still a great actor. So I don't know what happened there, but casting could have been better. Actually, that movie was awful. So the whole thing could have been better.
No likes.
Oh, dude. It 2 was awful.
Yeah, I said.
I was so happy that when we bought it was like on this cheap sale because like we were waiting. I was like,
nice.
I'm not willing to pay full price for something that I'm like I have
Skeptical
heard
of.
some rocky
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
reviews on.
Yeah.
So it finally was on sale. We watched it. I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
that's a piece of garbage. And I love the first one.
Well, yeah,
the first one was
great.
cool,
Yeah,
man.
absolutely, I'm telling you.
Creepy
Yeah.
and filmed all freaking awesome.
It was-
it was filmed. I'm pretty sure it was directed by Cary Fukunaga, and I'm pretty sure he did most of the directing of True Detective Season 1. Which True Detective Season 1?
No, it's the best
This
of
is
the
a
best.
content episode,
It
all right?
is,
There's
for
like
sure.
so many
You gotta
name
just keep it
drops
up,
happening
listening.
right now.
Yeah,
keep it up. Hey, keep the pen handy.
Yeah.
Because we're on True Detective now,
Which is.
which is my boy Matthew
Yeah,
McConaughey.
yeah.
Have you ever watched? I'm just kidding.
Yes, I say. Wait a minute, is it coming? It's coming.
Like, oh boy, Wolf of Wall
That's so
Street.
funny.
No,
Yeah, I know. Yeah. There's a lot.
Leonardo
Well, then we got Leo. No, I'm just kidding.
Which, speaking of Leo, a new the trailer came out for Don't Look Up, an Adam McKay film that's not coming to Netflix. I think in October, or no, it might. I think it's actually December. Huge cast. Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence.
It sucks. I think I had it queued up on the
Jonah Hill.
on the tube, and I did not actually watch it. Now I think about it. I remember I'm like, oh yeah, sweet. 'Cause I think it was on the YouTube. I'm pretty sure that it came up on there.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, and speaking of trailers,
Yeah.
today the Matrix trailer dropped.
Oh, did it really?
Man,
Oh, nice.
it looks pretty cool.
Okay.
I'm a little sad that Lawrence Fishburne isn't in it.
Oh, he's not. Okay.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
To not have like Morpheus
Like
there.
that's like.
There's like I don't know what's going on with that, but
Or is he gonna be
it looks
surprised?
awesome. I don't think so. He even
Okay.
came out. As like,
Okay.
I'm not sure
That is
why I
awesome.
wasn't in it.
Ah.
That might be a farce. You know, a lot of Marvel stuff happens that way where they're like, oh, I'm not in this, and then boom, they're in it. You know. But yeah, so those trailers dropped, and Don't Look Up. It's like almost like it seems like almost like a satirical end of the world type of thing where there's it's called Don't Look Up. There's a big asteroid coming to blow up Earth, and Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence are going around the world to convince the world that this is going to happen.
Okay.
And in one of the scenes, they're talking to the president, who is oh come on, Kevin. I mean, she's like a huge actress. I can't believe that I have to do this. It's because it's on the podcast. I tell you, I can do this.
This is the guys. I'm just gonna be very honest with you. This never happens, okay?
And
this guy is on top of his stuff. It actually blows my mind.
It's embarrassing. Meryl Streep. That's how embarrassing.
Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
That's a big one.
But I mean, listen to this cast: Ariana Grande, Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence, Timothy Chalamet, Chris Evans, Jonah Hill, Himesh Patel, Meryl Streep, Kate Blanchett, Matthew Perry, Kid Cudi.
Oh, wow.
Let's see: Tyler Perry, Ron Perlman, Mark Rylance.
I don't know
who Mark Rylance is.
I don't know who.
You ever watch Ready Player One?
Yeah.
He is the guy who designs the whole thing.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm picturing.
Dude, huge cast.
What's it called?
Yeah,
What's it called again?
Don't Look Up.
Yeah, that's okay.
I loved the chemistry between Jonah Hill and Leonardo DiCaprio, and so I'm just excited to see them in another movie together. But yeah, so Meryl Streep plays this president who's kind of like a mockery of like the last 20 to 30 years of presidents.
Okay.
And they're basically like, oh, do you know how many times we've heard the whole end of the world scenario?
Yeah.
And they're like sitting here like, no, we're like this is it. And they're like, whatever. That's so gloomy, you know. We don't need to focus on that. Like, but it's coming. And so it looks very satirical and with that kind of a cast, can't go wrong.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And as soon as I saw the guy, I'm like, yep, I know exactly who that is. So
yeah, exactly.
I mean,
he's also in Dunkirk.
Yeah.
He's also in 1,000 other things.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that Michael Chiklis?
Oh, Michael Chiklis, The Shield.
The Shield, but isn't that the dude from isn't he not Breaking Bad?
No, that's Dean Norris. Dean Norris is
dude, that photo
Paul Schrader. Schrader. What's his name?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hank Schrader.
Yeah,
Schrader
Hank.
Beer. Yeah, Hank. That's Dean Norris.
Gotcha.
Thank you very much.
I'm sorry.
Dean Norris.
See, but here it is.
Slap this fool.
Yeah, here it goes. Here, you know what I mean? See, he's back on his A game.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Like it doesn't happen all the time. I'll tell you.
That's awesome.
Okay. So like, I branched off a lot.
You did. But so back to like the beginning of where it actually started. Yeah. I mean, Hugh Jackman, right?
Hugh Jackman.
That's it. You know.
Yeah.
Grade A. He's gonna come back again.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, he's gonna come up here later. Yeah. Yeah. So you didn't really watch too much.
No,
anything
actually,
else?
I really didn't.
Well, now you have a huge list of things to watch.
Well, for sure, yeah.
Well, I know you watched True Detective season 1, so I know that's off your list.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Go back and rewatch it.
Yeah. I mean, really, I didn't have. It's not. I just wasn't in the mood, I guess I could say. Yeah, I think that was like the big thing that I really didn't. I don't know why. I just wasn't like I didn't have the motivation to sit down. I started playing Destiny 2 a little bit, so like.
There you go. Yeah.
So that kind of took up some of my time. And then it was like the holiday weekend, so I was like busier at night times. Like some of the times that I was at, you know what I mean, instead of being home, so I was just a little busier there. But you weren't here for the holiday weekend. You had some stuff that you did, man.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
We took Jessica and I took Clem and my mom, Clem's grandma, to Presque Isle in Erie. Yeah, it was very nice. Yeah. It was awesome. Everyone was super nice. Yeah, it was a blast. So we get there day one because it's so nice because it was like it's a really quick drive.
Yeah,
I'm used to very long drives, so like this
vacation.
Was like I know. I'm like, all right, we're here. Yeah, well, it was pretty easy. So we went to the beach on the bay the first day and hung out there for a couple of hours. Just hung out in the water. The waters super calm there.
Okay.
And so we hung out there and then. Went for a walk, saw this really cool decommissioned lighthouse, which is actually like when we were looking it up, they were saying it's a hidden treasure. Oh. And literally, it's a hidden treasure because they have these huge sand mounds, dirt mounds. They're like, we were like parked, and we're like, we see all these people parked, and we're like, I don't see a lighthouse. There's no lighthouse here. I don't get it. And if once you walk and get on the pier, then you can see it, and it's being blocked because it's literally like I was like, oh my god, it's like literally a hidden treasure. But
That's crazy.
Yeah,
You
so
said there's a lot of cars in the parking lot. Is that what you said?
Well, yeah, because like there's like people fishing. There's,
nice. Okay.
So it's like I know that this thing is around. There's something around
Yeah,
here.
yeah, for sure. Okay.
So yeah, we just had to walk a little bit and saw it. We're like, oh, okay. So that was really cool.
Now, did you guys actually get to go inside and actually like?
No, that one is completely like boarded up and shut down.
You said it was shut down. I didn't know if it was like a museum.
Oh, right.
You
Yeah.
know what
No.
I mean? Like a hey, go look.
No. But we did go the next day. We went to a lighthouse that's still being used. It's the Presque Isle Lighthouse.
Okay. All right.
And what's interesting is Presque Isle in French actually means almost an island, because during certain times there'd be this land that connected.
Oh, during the low tide stuff. Okay.
But then, like when the tide came up, that road and everything would be washed away, and it was an island. So it was like almost an island, right? So it actually took a long time to build up the roads and actually get. It actually was funny. There was a lighthouse keeper who him and his family were there for 26 years, and then they moved abruptly on the 27th year because that's when the roadway was finished, and it brought in all these tourists, and now Presque Isle is now this big tourist attraction. All these cars are coming in, and their peace of quiet was gone. So they dipped out.
Wow,
they moved
that's
out,
crazy.
26 years, and they were like, no,
this ain't happening.
we're used to peace of quiet. This is way too much.
That's okay. But I get that though.
Yeah, for sure. You'd be used to.
Well, yeah, 26 years you lived there, and so you're already getting onto the older side of life, and you're like,
oh yeah,
I don't want to now start getting involved in all this
right.
I'm out of here. Let's go.
So yeah, we got to climb up. It was like 78 stairs, the original stairs.
Okay. Yeah. So you and Jessica went in?
Yeah, Jessica and I went up. You had to be 42 or 48 inches high to actually walk up there.
Okay.
So my mom stayed down there with Clementine because she's not tall enough. Plus, it's understandable. Like you walk up like say 10 set of stairs, and then like you go through a thing, walk up 10 more stairs, and everything's like very narrow. So, which is really cool because like the lighthouse is actually square. But the inside, when you walk up, is a cylinder, and the reason why is because all the counterweights to the original lighthouse lamp, are actually within the walls, which is really cool. So that's actually how they built it. It was really very cool. I mean, learned a lot of stuff. Presque Isle is a very cool place.
Okay.
And then, we went back to the beach that day, the next day. Yeah. And then we did the Erie Zoo. And then, we went to the Erie Zoo. And the Erie Zoo, man.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal. I loved it.
Like, okay, so
there's so many interactive things to do.
Okay, so
with Clem.
Nice.
They had a ton of animals, and their habitats were like you didn't have like sometimes zoos are too big.
Yeah,
you almost need like 2 days because like you're like, oh my god, everything's so far away. This is all like a perfect layout of how you walk and everything. It was awesome.
Was there a lion there?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh yeah, and he walked like. When we walked up, he was like all the way up on the glass, just like pacing, like looking at us. And we're like, oh, Clem's up there, like, like, wow, you're a brave girl.
Sure,
man.
absolutely. Because you're nervous, and she's all, hi, kitty.
Yeah, I'm like, that's a big cat,
for sure. See, but I think as soon as like I've watched, like not like watched a bunch of videos, but like on like ridiculousness and things like that. They're going through the videos, and then there's a kid that's standing up there doing this.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden the kid comes, he's like, oh, he's like, there's one little boy that made me laugh because he literally like scared like this. And then even when he turned around, his hands were still out like
he's
this.
Like frozen.
Just frozen scared. I'm like, that one makes me laugh. I mean, I've only seen it the one time, but man, it makes me laugh. It was pretty good.
That's funny.
But
yeah, she didn't do that.
That's awesome. Well, I'm saying, she didn't get scared. Like, that's sweet. Good for her.
Yeah, it was honestly like a blast, and it wound up perfect. Like by the time we were done going through everything, when we got to the end, we had already gotten the tickets for the train ride, and it was literally like we got in line and got in that next round. It was like awesome, man.
That's
so
awesome. That's
so
sweet.
much fun, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So yeah, if you have not been to the Erie Zoo, it is a pleasure.
See, I really, because like now that I've heard of the place that you guys went to,
Presque Isle.
Yeah, and it sounds phenomenal. From
Yeah,
what you told
it's
me,
a
you
great
know,
way to
so
see Lake
far.
Erie. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to
Ocean
start-
waves, man.
Yeah,
There's some
that's
pretty big
crazy.
waves. I'm out there. They're like, I'm like jumping with them, and then like when there's enough water, obviously before it pulls it back, I'm like swimming and going up with. I mean,
Now,
I was like,
let me
this
ask you
is
this.
very cool.
Is the water clean? I mean, Lake Erie's are pretty
Oh,
clean.
it's
okay.
Presque Isle. The water you can see.
Like through.
Especially the bay, man. You can see right through the water. It is very nice water.
Is it not? Is it? I mean, this might be a stupid question. Is it seawater or is it lake water? It's Lake
It's
Erie.
lake water. Yeah,
so
it's Lake Erie.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so
Lake Erie.
I've never just seen clear lake water though. I don't think. I've never I guess I never paid attention.
Well, there's no kind of gross, but there's like no sewage or treatment plants or anything like that in this area. So it's like it's all just good,
that's nice.
clean beaches and
That's
water.
perfect. Okay.
It is.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's
They do a fantastic job with Lake Erie. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you actually like read
for
magazines
sure.
and stuff, there's a bunch of people that are like Lake Erie's a nice lake. From
But
what people tell me.
It was,
Yeah,
and like I kid you not, the bay. I was like, we're like walking in there, and I'm walking in there. You're seeing fish float around.
Really?
And, I mean, I was like, this is very, very well, and the sand was all very nice.
Okay,
I mean,
so
it was
that's
awesome.
my next question.
Oh yeah, because I mean, you go to some places where you sit down in the sand, and you're itchy.
You're itchy.
You're getting sand mites all
Exactly.
over you. It's just gross.
It's terrible.
Nope. I was sitting in the sand the whole time, building sandcastles while Clem destroyed them.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
welcome, Dad.
Yeah,
That's so
it was
funny.
awesome.
Yeah, that's yeah.
But yeah, I even took her out, and a wave would come in, and then when it calmed down, I'd dip her in a little bit, and like
Yeah.
get her used to it. But when she went in the bay, we went into where she was like able to swim around. I mean, it was really nice
That's sweet.
because the bay side is very calm,
Okay, just
especially that day.
Okay.
But the next day, we were just on the actual Lake Erie beach.
Yeah,
side,
the
and,
beach,
man,
yeah, okay.
It was awesome.
All right, man. I'm definitely you're selling me on it. That was my whole point to it. So you
Oh
sold
yeah,
me
it
on
was.
that.
Dude, and then there's this awesome food joint that's like basically the only food joint. Now you could get. What's really nice is like there's like 11 beaches, and the 11th beach is like that bay area, and it's like perfect for kids.
Okay.
You can only go out so far. The furthest you go out, like it wouldn't even submerge us.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
it's really made for kids. It's great.
Yeah.
It's a really great way to get Clem. Oh, hey, here's some water. It's like a great precursor to the ocean. So it was really cool to go to that, and then the next day, like, oh, hey, this is the lake, the lake side, the real side,
Yeah.
she's seeing the waves crashing. She's having so much fun. But yeah, she was swimming around and everything.
That's
It was
sweet.
awesome.
It's awesome that she's not scared of that kind of stuff either. You know what I mean? That's
Oh yeah, she's like,
always
let's
been
go
a swimmer.
further, let's go further.
Oh, yeah,
yeah. So she's, we're getting her used to like kicking their legs. And I'll tell you what, the Hampton Inn that we stayed in, dude, the pool was nice, man.
Oh really? You swam in the lake and then and then in the pool at the hotel.
Oh,
you guys are
we're
little
water
fish.
people. We
You're
are, yeah,
fishes
we
out
are
there.
water babies. So
Yeah.
like, any chance we get,
You're swimming.
I'm like, Clem wanted to get out of the pool. I'm like, okay, I'll see you guys up in the room. Like, I want to keep swimming. Clem's like, get out of the pool now. I'm like, fine. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's like swimming was like fun, but I've never been. I used to. When I had a bad feeling. But see, so did you, man. I just gotta start getting out there and just doing it.
Yeah, I mean,
It was just a lake, and then you know what I mean. It just freaks me out. But do you remember when we first went on the lake years and years and years ago with our friend? I remember I was diving off the diving board.
I know. I just
So then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. I just over years, I just like lost like not interest in swimming, just not having them like.
So where that is, like, it's not always super enjoyable because like it could get cold and it never truly like heats up.
Yeah.
When you're a kid, you don't really care about that kind of
No.
stuff. When you're an adult, like I get like the floating on
No.
top, but I like to swim. I
Well,
don't
yeah,
even
for
like
sure.
to
Yeah,
float.
yeah.
So like I'm.
See, the difference is, give me a heated pool.
Oh yeah,
See,
dude.
then
Yeah,
90%
heated
of the time,
pool,
I would go
yeah,
in
yeah.
there, right? It doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah.
But it's
That's what this was, an indoor heated pool with a glass
Yeah. Okay. So then, all right. So I'll probably go
enclosure,
swimming just
and
like
it
you
was
then.
beautiful. It was awesome.
Yeah. All right. All right. So okay.
Oh, I mean, at Tennessee, we we did the same thing. We like go to the pool at the condos that we were at.
Okay.
It's like, oh yeah, we can do all this other stuff too, but I'm still making time to swim.
Yeah.
I love swimming. I love it.
Swimming.
It's just fun. But anyways, yeah. So we did a ton of stuff in a little bit of time. We packed it in perfectly. It was so funny because like we were back at the hotel by like 7:30 every night. Perfect time for us all to go to sleep. And this was the funniest thing. Time moves different in Erie, PA. It was so funny. So we get there Saturday, and so Saturday night we're in bed, and we didn't, we were like, oh man, we're gonna sleep in bed with Clem, and we're so used to sleeping in bed with the TV on. Well, now Clem has to go to bed, and she's not gonna go to bed with the TV on. She's gonna stay up, and her zombie eyes are gonna be fixated on that TV. So we got to turn this TV off. It's like 8 p.m. and Jessica and I are like, my mom fell right asleep.
No problem. Yeah.
Jessica and I are like, oh God, this is so early, and I'm like, yeah, like this is rough. So we're both on our phone, blah blah blah. We're trying, we'll try to conk out, and I woke up, and I was like, oh man, sweet. I bet you I slept a whole bunch of hours. I wake up, it's 1:15 in the morning. I'm like,
oh no,
I'm wide awake, and I'm like, no, this is awful.
That's so funny.
So then I spent like 3 hours. I'm like, thankfully for Sling TV, I brought my headphones, so I wound up watching like hours of TV on my phone, and then finally fell asleep. Following night, I had no problem. I fell asleep, and then I woke up again. And I was like, man, yeah,
You got a good night's rest.
I got a good night's sleep. I wonder, it's gotta be. I feel like there's sunlight coming up. I look over, Jessica's awake on her phone, and she's like, it's 2:15, and I'm like, you're messing with me. She's like, nope. So I showed her her phone. It's like 2:15 more. I'm like, what is going on? So then I stayed up till about 4:35 in the morning watching TV on my phone because I'm like, oh, dude, it was rough. And then I have this toddler in my bed who's kicking me. She's completely horizontal, so like Jessica and I are now down towards the bottom of this queen size bed. Our bed is a king, so like we're already a little strange. Oh man, it was so funny. My mom's got her whole bed passed out this whole time. Jessica and I are like, this is insane.
Yeah. Do you know what this reminds me of? Just all right, the It's Always Sunny episode where they go to the suburbs. Mm-hmm. Everything sucks. You're like, what is happening?
Oh,
They're
yeah.
up on like the pool filter.
Dude, this hotel is directly by the highway too. Oh. So it's like we're close to the window, so you're just hearing road noise. You're hearing all this stuff. You're like, oh my God.
It's just the opposite. You guys went to the city.
Oh yeah, we went to the city. Man. Yeah, dude, it was wild.
Man,
I'm like,
as you're describing.
So then Monday morning, I'm like tired. I'm like, it's definitely a coffee day.
Yep.
Breakfast is great though. Free breakfast.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Like pancakes?
I can't do pancakes, but
I'm so sorry, bro.
It's all right. Jessica, Clem, and my mom all had really nice, tasty waffles. Subject. I did not.
They had what?
Nice, tasty waffles. I did not. But anyways, so yeah, I didn't watch anything other than
you watched a lot of TV.
Well, dude, I watched an episode, the very last episode of Band of Brothers that was on History Channel at the time.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you picked out Band of Brothers.
No, it was just I'm like flowing through stuff, and there's not a whole lot to watch at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. So I was like, well, I love Band of Brothers, but it was points, and it was like, man, that could be like kind of a depressing episode to watch. And like now I'm like watching. All I know is I woke up eventually to I woke up the next Sunday morning to like Adam Ruins Everything, and I'm like, oh, this is too. Stop ruining life too early in the morning. I was like, let me turn that one off.
Yes, no.
But anyways,
yeah, it's funny you said that actually too, because I had a funny moment over. I think it was like Saturday. Yeah, it was it was Saturday night. Actually, it might have been Sunday night. Either Saturday or Sunday. Okay, I don't remember. So I go to bed. Okay, I go to sleep. And it's just funny because you said you like woke up. So I go to sleep and I wake up and I did the same thing, but like then I realized it really hasn't been that long. I actually don't think I actually fell asleep. It's is because that's how short my TV was still on. So like I just feel like I dozed off and then woke back up, right? Like it was like one of those things.
Right.
And then I didn't realize it until I literally go to bed. Anyway, so I get up and I have to go use the restroom, blah blah blah. And then I come out of the bathroom for some reason. I'm like, I had the munchies and I needed food like now. Like it almost felt like it was like I needed it like right this second.
Yeah, right.
So I go out there and I get chips and then I smash. I had a quarter bag, like the bottom half of Doritos bag. They were kind of stale, but
they worked.
But they worked. I was just hungry at the moment, so I got that, and then I got just a glass of water and I put a little bit of flavoring in there. And then I go back and I'm like sitting there, like I'm just trying to smash these real quick. I want to go to bed. I'm actually
I want to go back to sleep.
Well, yeah, but I think it's like 4:30 in the morning. I'm like, man, why am I doing this? No, I'm sorry. No. I think it's like 1 o'clock in the morning by the time I fell asleep. And then I look at the clock. It is like 4:35. I actually slept for like 4 hours hard, and then got up and needed food at like then right now. And then I was up for multiple hours after that. And then I was, because remember I was tired, and then I think the food gave me like sugar type of thing. So it was Doritos. It's junk food, so it's not like
it's just
so it's just gonna
food,
be just not gonna be great.
Right.
So then I was up. So then I did actually watch Talladega Nights though. I watched the full. I think that kept me up though, to be honest with you. I did rewatch that.
It's like
you can't help it.
Oh yeah, you
It's
can't
so
help
good.
it. It's such a great movie.
I'm like, so I'm flipping through. I'm like, all right, because what was I watching? Workaholics. I was like, that's why I was falling asleep to, like that whatever. Because I pick random stuff all the time, but that's what I was falling asleep to. And when it came on, like the final episode passed, and then so like it came up to the next thing. I'm like, I'll pick something else and go to bed. So I'm like, I'll go to Netflix. First thing that pops up, yep. Talladega Nights, there it is,
Perfect,
So,
it's like effortless. You can just fall asleep
to
if
go
you
to
need
sleep.
to.
And actually, you know what the other thing is? I went to Netflix the other day and just want to see what they would pick if I want to pick something random. Guess what they picked, dude?
Talladega Nights?
Talladega Nights, bro.
They know it. They know you.
I mean, I'm like, this is wild.
They're listening. Yeah.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, sorry, that was the.
yeah.
But it was just funny that you said that because I was up for multiple hours.
It's like, oh man, you think,
Yeah.
you think it's one time, and then you find out what the real time is. Fuck?
But it's nice that I didn't have to work. If that was on a work night, I'd have been in trouble. That's the thing. But it wasn't, so I just slept till noon. So so it's fine.
Well, all right. You want to talk about this movie?
Yeah, I've been waiting.
All right.
I've been wanting to talk to you about.
Hugh Jackman, dude's awesome. It's interesting. A co-star had an accent, but like he didn't. Yeah. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
I thought about like, well, why does she get to have one, but I don't?
That's true. Why not?
Why? I don't know.
Huh.
I thought that was interesting.
It was.
Anyways, the movie's called Reminiscence.
Yeah, Reminiscence. It's actually brought up a lot of times in the podcast.
Yeah, already. If you haven't already known, it's now known.
Yeah. Remember Hugh Jackman?
Yeah, Hugh Jackman's in it. I think her name is Thandiwe Newton. Yeah, she was awesome. Hugh Jackman was awesome. For the most part, enjoyed it, and the ending was it's okay. It was okay, kind of corny. Definitely the weakest part of the movie was the ending.
You think? See, I was very. The thing is okay. So I'm not gonna lie, and I mean, how long has this movie been out? It's brand new, right?
Yeah, it's only a few weeks. I'm guessing.
I don't want to ruin it, but I'm not gonna lie though. Like it does kind of like with the girl in the situation, because obviously there's a girl involved in the movie. Okay, so like the main girl. So what you said her name was
his
you're
coworker,
Rebecca Ferguson. Yeah. No, you're talking about
Thandiwe
Newton.
Yeah.
She was really good. She was actually in that show that I like too. Underworld. No, the one where, remember the repeating one? Remember the one that the repeats? It's like they're the robots. Anyways, I'm gonna think about it. Sorry, I'm just.
Yeah,
that's where I remember her from. Like, I really like her. I would like to be her.
Oh yeah, she's good. Yeah, she's a great actor.
Yeah, but also.
Westworld. She's from Westworld.
Thank you.
Yep,
yes,
I know.
There was World in there.
I'm like, I know she. Yeah.
So she killed it in that show. She was like my favorite character. I mean, she wasn't even the main character in the movie, in the show. I mean, and she killed it, man. She killed it. But anyways,
that's funny.
Yeah. So, but there was actually a lot of big names in this movie, though, too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of big names. I just looked at the cast list, but I kind of lost train of thought when I started thinking about the other thing. We
were talking about the ending of the movie.
Yes.
Definitely, well, for me, it was like, pretty weak part of the movie, and then I was like, kind of like, what?
I know. See, but okay. So I agree with you.
You can just like live in there.
What? Oh,
I don't know.
Yes.
It was kind of weird.
So you're talking about that ending.
Ending in general, like how everything's tied up and everything. I was like, okay.
I hate. Okay, so the thing is, what sucks because
I was like,
Cliff
corny.
Curtis. Okay, so
Cliff Curtis,
Cyrus Booth.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I like him because he was actually in
Fear of the Walking Dead.
Fear of the Walking Dead. Not for long, sadly. You know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But
Very quick, actually.
Yes. So, but I did like him. He was just as like just acting wise.
Oh yeah, he's in a ton of stuff. Yeah, he's a good actor. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So I did like him in this movie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry. I did not like his character. I did not like him in this acting character. I don't know why.
Yeah, it was a very like basic character.
Exactly. There was no like. Where is this? I don't know. I just don't. Did not like his character in general. This whole thing, man.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know, because I'm just gonna say. So he's a cop. It's dirty cop, right?
Yeah, right.
In this new world that they live in.
Right. Yeah,
you know what I
he's a
mean? So
dirty
like,
cop,
so he's a dirty cop in this new world. Dirty cops.
Dirty cops. I'm cleaning up the city. Just watched that episode.
You did? That's awesome. All right. So anyways, so that's what he is in the show, and like in that moment. When he actually played the first scene that you actually see him in, remember where he's pointing the gun? Okay, that was actually okay, but then like afterwards, after he bails and then does his like his own stuff over here for a new fella, you're like, wait a minute. Like I understand why he did it, but at the same time though, I just felt like his character just went this way. Yeah, instead of even carrying the same coolness, I just didn't. I don't know why. Like I just don't.
It was basically like you could. Eventually, became like you could explain anything through exposition. Like basically, any character that was introduced, they explained where their character was from, and it was almost like, "Oh, hi, I'm this drug dealer. This is how I got my name. This is how I'm doing this," and it was just like everything's through like this exposition type of stuff. So it was like, I don't know. I really enjoy like when it first happens, like he comes out of the tank, you're like, wow, you know, like this is really cool.
This is sweet.
I really like the idea.
100%.
I like the theme of this. I like the mystery, but then after a while, it was just like, okay, like.
So nothing is ever. So like it's back to like, okay, so you know what's reminding me of? Black Mirror. It's a different version of a Black Mirror type of thing.
Yeah, actually, I would prefer it like in an hour long.
Yes, for sure, absolutely.
Format.
Yes,
still the same actors because I still enjoyed the acting.
It was phenomenal. I liked all the
I
actors.
love Hugh Jackman.
It's a huge cast.
I might just be biased because I just love Hugh Jackman.
Well, yes, you're definitely yes. So because I liked Hugh Jackman. I'm not as big of a fan as you are of, obviously.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, I think he's a good actor. You've watched all his movies. I've only watched a couple.
I mean, I have not watched all of his movies.
You've watched a lot of them.
I've watched a decent amount of them.
Okay, you've named like 16 in this episode. So
yeah, right. So it's like it's like I don't know. I feel like I don't know. It could have been a contender.
It's missing something, right?
It definitely, And then it was like over dramatic in points, where it's like,
okay, the fight scenes too.
Yeah, like out of nowhere, it just turns into like this other genre type of movie, and I'm like, okay, I know like they've alluded to her being like this shoot 'em up type of person, but they're like this new world's wild, man. It's the Wild West over
absolutely.
here. I did enjoy that too, though. Like how everything is basically flooded and you're getting by boats.
The whole idea in the movie setting,
it's great.
Beautiful.
Great. Yeah, I really did enjoy the theme, the idea of it. Something's missing in the execution.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah, I don't like even the way that Hugh Jackman and
Thandiwe Newton or something like that.
Thandiwe Newton. I can't say it. So his partner, when they split ways, that bothered me too because then there was no comeback for it. Like
it was a little weird because like she just then I will say like there were a couple of cuts where it was like, oh, okay, I see like where you just want to like progress along, but it's just like kind of weird, but
no lead into it.
Yeah, it was like a weird, like they just severed. They've alluded to it. She's in love with him.
Yes,
and then it's just gone. Now I'm I'm doing this whole thing now. How much time has been? Like
that's the thing that bothers me.
Yeah.
You just don't know that.
And then I also feel like I've seen Hugh Jackman in oh dude, Hugh Jackman. Have you ever watched hold on. This is called ADD. It's a Christopher Nolan flick called The Prestige. You've watched it, haven't you?
I have.
Hugh Jackman.
It's pretty good.
I've seen Hugh Jackman in obsessed roles before, you know, like where like he's obsessed with the answer and finding things.
Yeah.
So to me, like, he's a fantastic actor. So I love him in that. But I feel like it just comes down to like we're just missing something in the execution. It's almost like I've seen him in this character before. So like there was nothing extra that.
For sure. Absolutely. 1,000% extra.
And then I don't know. There were some weak moments. There were a couple moments where like it was just so overdramatic that I chuckled out loud.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have also been. I was sitting there watching it. Yeah. I'm like watching it. Then I'm getting like emotionally involved in a couple parts, right? Because they suck you in a little bit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Some of the
scenes,
some of the love scenes, you're like, oh okay, you know what I mean? You guys love each other, right? But see, do you know what I didn't like about it? Is how when he woke up, and then he found out that this is actually not now. I'm just you know what I mean? I'm trying not to
when we found out
exactly.
That's
okay.
not now, yeah.
So then there was no. You didn't hear like, and I know that there wasn't much to it, but at the same time though, like you didn't hear much. All you hear is gone, right? She's gone. That's what you hear, and it's like, oh okay. And I understand that that's what the part of like, that's the big next segment of the movie. I'm not saying
well, right, yeah, because like it opens it up in a very trippy way. But so okay, so like one thing that confused me, like are you talking about like when she shows up, they find like her keys or whatever.
Yes.
And then like the very next scene is him closing up the machine. It's like, oh, she left her earrings or whatever, and it was like weird. It was like they just ended. That's what I meant by like there were some weird cuts. Yeah,
for sure, 100%.
That one was like, well, that's weird.
Yeah, so because she was in there.
But it makes sense because like we're in that memory.
Exactly.
So we're like moving on to the very next.
Yes, because then the next scene after the memory is straight to them.
Yeah,
so like,
right.
I get it.
So I get it, but it's not clear in the moment, and it feels very off.
100%. Yes. Yeah.
I could agree with that for sure.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. So like there was just some parts, and it's just I don't know. Other parts just don't get me wrong. Dude, I really did like. I like the premise of it. I like the
premise of it. So Jessica did not watch this one, and I said, so I had to pause it a few times. And at one point I had paused it, and I had come upstairs, and I was like, I think this is one that you should watch. This is seeming pretty cool. And then by the end of it, I said, I mean, you don't have to.
Yeah.
You don't have to watch it. It's not begging to be watched. It's not a real thinker.
Yes. Is
not.
she like does she like love like her love story type of movies?
Oh, I thought of a clever way. Thank you for bringing that up. It's a rom-dram, like a romantic drama.
Yeah, rom-dram.
I don't know if anybody's ever said that before, but I thought of it today. I'm like, please remember, rom-dram.
So funny. What about Hugh Jackman and the Hammer?
Okay, all right.
See?
So
you're welcome.
Yes, Hugh Jackman, Hammer, Prisoners. So if you've ever watched the movie Prisoners, you could be like Hugh Jackman and that hammer, and you'd be like, oh yeah, okay, because there's a scene that like if I was Paul Dano and I saw Hugh Jackman even acting with this hammer doing what he does, I'd be like, please don't actually hit me. You know. So I won't ruin the Prisoners movie, but for anybody who's actually watched the movie, you know what I'm talking about with Hugh Jackman and the hammer. Now, what the other reference, Oldboy, if you've watched Oldboy, you know what a person can do with a hammer. And there are some scenes in this movie, you know how you're like the action scenes, it was kind of like weird because it was like this rom-dram with some action sprinkled into it, and it was like kind of oddly placed. Well, there is a scene where he has a hammer.
Oh, yeah.
And he's fighting his way, but there's like these side shots that like really felt like it was like a mimic of Oldboy. And since it was with a hammer, I was like, is this like kind of like an ode to Oldboy?
Wow.
It made me definitely wonder. Like it definitely was like the way, because there's a scene where like it's almost like it's the two of them.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's like, you know, like the camera's off to the side and it's the two of them and they swing with the hammer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, that's giving me like these old boy vibes.
Really?
Yeah, so it was really funny. And then I'm like, oh wow, Hugh Jackman with a hammer again, you know?
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's okay.
like, oh man. So anyways, Hugh Jackman, Prisoners, hammer, old boy.
Whoa.
And I won't watch it, Josh Brolin. I won't watch it. I won't do it.
Oh, you should email us and tell us, Kevin, you should.
If Josh Brolin emailed me, now it would have to be a confirmed.
Yeah.
I don't want an
Say,
email.
wait a
I
minute.
want a phone call from Josh Brolin because.
Okay, hold on. I'll work on my voice. I mean,
Yeah, right. Because if Thanos is not calling me by tomorrow, no, I'm just kidding. I'm not. Well, he's Thanos, Josh Brolin.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying that's a tall task to take. Tomorrow?
Tall task to take. That just reminded me of tall task, just man, tall order. Tall order for, I don't remember, short, I can't remember it. But Watchmen. Jessica
Okay, all right.
is finally reading the graphic novel Watchmen, and she's loving it. And I'm so excited because there's a character named it's big. Man, I can't remember.
I've only watched like the first episode or two, so like I don't know if I can tell you. I don't know if I know or not.
It's
Yep, I don't know.
yeah, I can't. Big figure. All right, so he's a dwarf in the movie or in the graphic novel. And his name is Big Figure.
Ah, nice.
And and one of the joke Rorschach says is like tall order because like, he's a
Okay.
But anyways, yeah. He said tall task to take.
Tall task to take. And
I know, and tall
order.
something. Tall order, yeah. Watchmen.
Whoa.
So anyway, when she finishes reading the graphic novel, we're going to watch the movie.
Oh, nice. Okay. You're still telling me I should watch the show, though, right? First, before I watch a movie?
No, I say read the graphic novel, watch the movie.
I don't read novels.
Okay, it's a graphic novel, so it's basically a comic book, but there's some like novel parts to it.
Oh, is it really? I've never actually seen one in front of me. To be 100% honest with you,
Okay,
I've never seen one in front of me.
If Jessica has left it on this floor when we leave, I'll let you look it over. Yeah,
Sweet.
it's the majority of it's comic book.
Gotcha. Okay, so
in comic book form.
I was wondering. To be honest with you, I'm not a reader.
Dude,
so
it's
you know what I mean?
It's it's within the 100 most influential books of all time.
Wow.
It's like one of the most like read pieces of art.
That's
out there,
insane.
Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm in.
And I kid you not, it's phenomenal. It's this piece of art that exists that everybody gets to read, and it's absolutely amazing. So when I'm saying is, if you read the graphic novel, I mean it's
thick.
Yeah. But it's not a comic book because comic books are issues. And
that's why it's a novel.
Yeah.
So this now makes sense.
So it came out in issues. And it was its own issues, but then it was created into a book.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you read the graphic novel, you watch the movie. Now you watch the entire. So within the graphic novel is a comic called The Black Freighter, and if you watch the uncut full edition Watchmen movie, they have woven in the Black Freighter into it, and it's amazing. It's fucking beautiful. And so I'm like, so I know Jessica's watched Watchmen before, but now it's like really connecting. She's really getting into the actual source material of where this has all come from. She's watched the TV show as well and loved it. So it's like reading the actual source material. It's like, oh wow, like seeing where this all came from. And
yeah.
It's beautiful.
All right, I'm in.
Thanks, Tall Task.
Yeah. Yeah, now I'm going to have to go buy a graphic
one
novel.
more recommendation. Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, no, when Jessica's finished, you can read it.
Okay. All right, cool. All right,
I bought it years ago, and I've read it, reread it. Jessica's finally reading it. You can read it.
Okay, I'm in.
It's
For
like...
real. Okay, see, I didn't realize that when you're like telling me that. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I'm going to go buy the novel. I don't read. But then
I you want to. I don't read. I can't. It's in symbol. Oh, sorry.
People are listening. I can read.
Yo, see that door there? See that door?
Yeah.
I think a pirate lives there. I see a door that says private.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
whatever about Reminiscence. Let's talk about Watchmen.
Yeah. Like I said, I'll get into it, man.
Dude, I'm telling you, it is so well done, and that's why I love the movie so much as well, because I feel like the actors absolutely brought these characters to life. I felt like direct correlation. And
really,
when you watch the movie and you've read the graphic novel, it's almost like a shot for shot make. There's only like really one thing that they even changed in the movie.
Oh.
And it's I love it. So I'm really excited when she finishes it to rewatch the movie because it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
But then like it's fun because like when she's done reading, I'm like, oh, what part are you at? And she'll like talk to me. Oh yeah, so what about this? What about this? And then I was like, you see why I always say, Charlie's kind of like Rorschach, his upbringing, But anyways, it's phenomenal. It's a phenomenal piece of literature that everybody, even if you don't even read books,
everybody
should read.
In the club.
So you hear that? Watchmen. Let us know if you've watched it. Let us know if you've read it. And the series, dude. So that's why I recommend watching it, because it happens after. Like, it's the same universe as Watchmen, graphic novel and movie.
Oh, okay.
So it's basically after the movie. So the movies the comic book or the graphic novel and the movie both take place at the same time. It's the same thing. It's like the 1980s.
Okay.
And the show is actually like now.
Okay.
Like present day.
Okay, so when's the book?
In the 80s.
And the movie's in the 80s.
Yeah.
So the movie and the book are the same.
Yeah, it's the same story.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Where the Watchmen, the series, is
totally different.
Crafted from this universe and these characters that already exist.
And that has great reviews as well.
Oh, dude, it's
I was gonna say.
I mean, it's HBO first off, so
just
also Damon Lindelof, dude who brought Lost for us, Leftovers. He is the one who basically
created.
Now he worked with a lot of other writers to craft this. It's not just his story. Well, but yeah, I mean
this dude is a genius.
This dude is a genius, man.
Dude,
I know Damon Lindelof.
Man,
you know what I mean?
You know what? He just came one of my top favorite ones. How could you bring Lost, Leftovers, and I haven't watched Watchmen yet, so I can't say that.
Yeah,
one.
Dude, but you already know, dude. I know
it's gonna be good. Yeah,
top-notch quality.
But I'm going with high hopes though.
And I don't care.
Read it. Beautiful.
Dude, when we finished it, I was like, and it's one season. He's not doing any more. If there were to be a second season, he said it's going to be somebody else's stories to tell. He's like, Watchmen is for everyone. This is just one of the stories that I wanted to tell of Watchmen. So it's really cool, you can take it and make it your own type of thing.
That is sweet.
I really love the way he said, it's like it's like this piece of art that exists for everyone. It literally is. Like if you read this graphic novel or you watch this movie, like it's such like this real world type of things, because like they're not, besides Dr. Manhattan, there's no superheroes. They're all like Batman.
Yeah, so like they're trained fighters, right? Kind of thing. Yeah, absolutely.
Vigilantes, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. All right.
So like there are these real people that are putting themselves out there.
Yeah,
and all that stuff. Oh, dude, it's so freaking good. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who plays Negan. Just kidding. I love Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Yeah. He plays the comedian who is a son of a bitch. Jessica's like reading the comics. He's like, oh, he's a real bad dude. And I'm like, he's a real bad dude, but man, like, just what a great character. I mean, he's a real son of a gun, but great character, man. And Jeffrey Dean Morgan does this amazing job of bringing the comedian to life. I mean, they all do. They all do. It's phenomenal. Anyway, I just talked more about Watchmen.
You did the Reminiscence.
I did Reminiscence. That may tell you where Reminiscence is on my list. What was the, did you look up the Rotten Tomatoes?
Yeah, I just had it pulled up. Dang it. Just had it pulled up.
Oh, okay. Because I wondered. I'm like, especially when we got to the ending, I'm like.
That was, I never even got really, it got a 37%. on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oof,
I know.
ouch.
And then
Sorry, Hugh.
And then the crazy part is a 5.9 out of IMDb
Woo!
too. So that because usually they're a little higher, man. They're
I was
usually
gonna say
7.
6, 7.
Yeah, for sure. And then only 70% of Google users liked it too. I'm telling you,
It missed.
the problem is like, and then almost I'm wondering if it should have been a longer movie.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
Yeah, because maybe like see that's the problem because like where do you go
Yeah.
longer though? You know what I mean?
Where do you go longer? Because in real, they cleaned up all those loose
This
ends,
is the part that makes me mad about the entire thing. Okay, so you hear about these stories about I just don't want to ruin it, but like there's a girl that disappears. Okay, I'm just gonna say it, right? And then the story, the second half of the movie is
trying to find the girl.
trying to find the girl.
Right,
That's what it is. Okay, so when the girl is found, like it's like, okay, so this is what I'm gonna be honest with you, hatred. Okay, and then all of a sudden, instantaneously back to love, and that's it.
That's funny.
Do you see what I'm saying by it? Because
there was like a moment when there was like this over dramatic part where I'm like, okay,
Yes.
yeah, I get it. And then it was like going on, and I was like, this is just kind of awkward. And I'm like, kind of like put yourself in like kind of a ridiculous position. Kind of
Yes.
felt like it wasn't even needed.
Yep.
So it was like kind of confused me, but then I was like, whatever. I
Yep.
actually didn't care anymore.
Gotcha. So, but do you kind of see what I'm saying though?
Yep.
And that's one thing that bothered me. That's why like at the end of the movie, I didn't totally hate it, but I just felt like it was like, okay, I have hatred towards this whole entire situation. Then, oh, wait a minute.
And then like I just didn't understand like.
A lot.
I mean, I understand like blanking someone
Yes.
is a real bad thing, and I get it. So I'm guessing like an eye for an eye, and they let him choose.
What he's gonna do?
Yeah,
No.
but then like the next you see, hey grandma,
Yeah.
you know like wait a minute.
So
like,
this guy's not. He's not.
you don't have to eat. You don't
Yeah.
have. You just lay in some water. I was like, I'm like, I don't really understand this.
No.
Is somebody spoon feeding this guy?
Seriously.
It was weird.
Yeah. I mean, is he?
I don't understand.
They probably reverse him over. Nutrition in one way.
I guess.
You don't have to.
I didn't understand it. I didn't even think it was needed.
No. The thing is.
So if anything, I guess it could have been shorter. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Wait a minute. Let's cut out like the last 27
I'm like,
minutes.
you could have gone with like the eye for an eye thing, and then then it was like this whole extra thing, and I'm like,
Yeah, like that's the thing. And so that's the thing I don't like about it. Remember like how they split up and
Yeah.
that's their bring back.
yeah, it just
Okay, and then what about this?
weird.
My confession, and then you don't hear it. He just says, I'm gonna
Oh
give
yeah,
it
it's
to
just
you,
like
and
hard
then
cuts to
See ya. He's walking out.
police scene to
Like, dude,
oh
what?
yeah.
There wasn't any passion into it. I'm like, dude, come on, man. Not enjoying it.
Yeah, so
that's what I'm saying, no.
I can agree with a 37%, and I can agree with being like, I don't need to rewatch that.
No, for sure.
If you guys don't want to watch it, that's understandable.
Yeah. If you
Let
guys
us
have-
know what you did think.
Yes. If you have an opinion on it,
Yeah.
you should tweet us at CK Talk About
though. Nothing.
at
Gmail.com.
gmail.com. I was trying to help me, dude. Yeah.
.com.
.com.
So yeah, that's I would recommend actually just going in the Watchmen universe now, though.
Yeah, just forget about that. Let's just go do that.
Reminiscence. I don't need to reminisce on
Yeah.
Reminiscence.
That's true. No.
Definitely don't make a sequel to that garbage.
No.
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I'm gonna email Hugh. We're gonna talk. We're gonna literally
Yeah,
cut the
Hugh,
first
you
half.
could be spending your time better.
Well, no, we're gonna cut the first half of that movie and keep it. And then we're
Oh
gonna
yeah, it's kind of like the
reshoot.
joke of I get it. I get where you're getting that from. All right.
All right, but that's all I got. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna watch Beckett next.
Oh, yeah, Beckett,
My
yeah,
boy
for sure.
John David Washington.
Yeah.
All right. So here's what I was gonna say. The Vault. Way down. Not so good.
No.
Actually, it just wasn't good.
No.
Reminiscence, a little better,
But not great.
but not great.
Nope. Nope.
Beckett, do not disappoint.
Seriously.
Again, I'm probably gonna be a bit biased because I love John David Washington.
Yeah. I get it.
But
I get it.
that didn't necessarily work out for Hugh either.
No.
So
No.
So Beckett, we're gonna throw that one on,
All right.
and
yes.
we'll go with that.
All right. I do want to. Michael.
Chickless,
No, come on.
Dean
man.
Norris,
No, the man that just passed away.
Michael K. Williams.
Michael K. Williams, man. I do want to
Yeah.
give a shout out to him. Say rest in peace.
Man,
He was a He's an awesome, fantastic actor. I think he was phenomenal. So I just want to say rest in peace to him. I do want to. That is one thing I did want to.
I am
sure that we did say.
super sad about
Yeah.
Michael K. Williams. Young guy. He was in The Wire, is what he was really known for.
Yeah.
Lovecraft Country. I have not yet watched, but that's an HBO show that I really want to watch.
Okay.
He's on Boardwalk Empires.
Yep. You guys, I've seen him on there.
I mean, he's on so many things, but he was like the biology professor in Community.
Yes, that which is
with Legos.
What's that?
While I was on the inside. What happened to Legos?
What happened to Legos?
They were just Legos, building blocks, whatever.
Yeah.
Now there's Harry Potter Legos. And it's so funny. And then he's like, wow, you guys have a lot of weird reactions to stuff. But he's in a show called The Night Of.
Okay.
With Riz Ahmed.
Oh, okay. I know.
Now,
yeah.
one of the very first movies that Riz Ahmed is in a movie called Nightcrawler with Jake Gyllenhaal. See these circles? We're just making all these circles. Jake Gyllenhaal is one of my absolute favorite psychological thriller actors. Nightcrawler is a disturbing movie. Have you ever watched that one?
Yes, that's Nightcrawler. Yeah, 100%.
Where they're like chasing the accident scenes and
yes.
Yeah. Well, Riz Ahmed's in that one, and he's fantastic in that. And he's also...
I think that's where I originally saw him from, to be honest with you.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
But he's in this HBO show. It's a mini-series, just this one season of called The Night Of.
Okay.
And Michael K. Williams is in it as well, and he's just phenomenal. Everything he's in, he's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's definitely sad.
Yeah, it's definitely a sad thing. So like I said, I just wanted to give him a shout out,
Yeah.
So rest in peace, sir.
Rest in peace. All right. Well, we'll let these people go.
All right.
Have a wonderful week.
Have a wonderful week.
Wonderful day. Wonderful morning. Wonderful afternoon. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye-bye.